was another unfortunate incident on June 28, 2018, as a tanker explosion along the busy Lagos-Ibadan Expressway adjacent to Otedola Estate claimed several lives and burnt beyond recognition over 50 vehicles. The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, the Federal Road Safety Corporation, the Nigerian Police, and the military, alongside other agencies, were on ground over the night to ensure a seamless operation involving evacuation of the vehicles and recoveries of bodies, which caused a heavy traffic gridlock since 6 p.m. The General Manager of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, in an interview, gave updates on the incident and steps that have been taken to forestall further occurrence of this disaster.
The casualty figure remains 9. Those who are wounded remain 4. What we are doing from last night till now is to evacuate all the burnt carcass of those vehicles, 54 of them. We are almost through. We have just the tanker and the head left. And as soon as we do all of that, Visionscape is here to clean up the whole of this area, and then we will declare this operation totally closed, and then we will allow the police to do the investigation, which I'm sure they've been taking notes since yesterday. A lot of Nigerians have asked us, why should we allow trailers, especially tankers, to drive during the daytime? Well, His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, Governor Akinwumi Ambode, was here last night. Some of this information was put before him. I'm sure very soon stakeholders will meet about this, and then we will take the decision that is best for Lagosians. For us as emergency responders, this has been a very tough time for us. We commiserate once again with the families of those who lost loved ones to this incident. We want to appeal for now to drivers of articulated trucks, most especially tankers, and of course those who carry containers. They have to be extra careful driving through the city. We have so many of them. For those of you who kept vigil with us since last night, you've seen so many of them. In fact, it's an eye-opener for us, the volume of articulated vehicles that drive into Lagos and also exit Lagos at every point in time. This will mean that we will be more careful next time. We'll also be more proactive to ensure that, yes, where we should enforce road rules, we should do that. We should not shy away from taking very strong actions. I'm sure Lagosians will support us, because this is what Lagosians don't deserve. This is what Lagosians don't want. We also don't want this. Yes, we have capacity to respond to emergencies. But then when we look at the number of lives that have been lost to this incident, it becomes a sad story for us. Very soon we will declare this operation closed. We want to thank gentlemen of the press who have stood by us and who have also supported us, who has also helped us carry the right news, because a lot of fake stories have been going on, most especially on the social media since yesterday. Today, you can see that we recorded 9 deaths, 4 injured, 2 critically, 2 light. I'm sure those who are in critical condition are better, because some of our men who went there yesterday said they were recuperating. Yes, we counted 54 vehicles that were involved in this incident. All 54 will be moved out of this, incident scene. That I can tell you. We're almost through. We have about 3 left. On proactive measures to take, thank God, GM LASEMA is here. The Director of Fire is also here. GM LASEMA have responsibility to also ensure some actions on the road are taken. And you also saw the authority of the police, including members of the task force. A lot of these also we also rely on them. And I'm sure they will take a cue from what has happened today. Yesterday, we all don't want it. It's a general consensus now. So I'm sure nobody will cry when we begin to enforce what the rules should be. We will dust the rules again and check, and then we'll take the right steps towards that. I'm sure that even when bodies are burnt, there's also that medical science that allows you to still identify some. Yes, if there are genuine cases of people looking for their relatives, you cannot go give people mass burial like that. we will look into it. The state government will, take the right decision about that. It is not for me as General Manager LASEMA to say, yes, go and give mass burial. So many things will happen before that decision is taken. But for now, we will still be waiting for those who are looking for their relatives and loved ones, and then we will begin to look, into this. Where there are genuine identification of any of the corpses, of course, we will release them for the family to give them a befitting burial. So we will be working on that. The investigation determines culpability. So whoever is culpable, I also want to believe, and I also support, that anybody who is culpable in this, occasioning loss of so much life, should be prosecuted. I want to believe that.
After several hours of traffic as a result of the evacuation and cleanup of the scene of the tanker explosion, the road was finally opened at around 9:15 a.m. on Friday, June 29, 2018 for motorists. A growing concern on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is the spate of avoidable petrol tanker and truck accidents, which has wasted lives and caused huge economic loss to the nation. This informs the need for a multi-stakeholder engagement to effect measures that will ensure a solution to the movement of petrol tankers along the busy highways in Lagos and other parts of the country.